Hi, this is Jen from JenThereDoneThat, and I have exciting news. We have a new travel update. A new executive order was just issued that will start on Monday, May 24th. And the biggest news is no curfew. Finally, it's been a year and a half of curfews, some as early as 7 p.m., lockdowns, every other day where you could leave your house, madness. And we finally have no curfew starting Monday, May 24th. There's some other really great updates here in Puerto Rico, and let's get into it. Masks covering the nose and mouth are still required, as well as social distancing, if you have not been vaccinated. So vaccinated people are now allowed to remove their masks while they're outdoors, at the beach, while they're exercising. It's exciting. I am fully vaccinated and I am very excited to no longer need to wear my mask when I'm outdoors. The use of motorized watercraft is still permitted. There's no change to the marinas. Everything is allowed there. They are still restricting boats tying up. So boats have to remain apart, but the restriction of how close to the beach you could get and how close you could anchor off is removed. So all those day trips and out boating excursions, we're back on. Very exciting about that. The Culebra ferry and Vieques ferry, there's no restrictions. Those are allowed. Many of you have asked me what's going on with the online ferry tickets, and the ferry service is still messed up. If you plan to go to Vieques or Culebra, you may want to consider flying, but there are no restrictions for the ferry service itself. The AMA buses and the Tren Urbano are still operating with COVID restrictions. That hasn't really changed, but beaches, pools, bodies of water, rivers, lakes, etc., they are completely open. They are requesting people adhere to 5 a.m. to midnight, but you can be out and about afterwards at friends' houses or just out after midnight now. There is no midnight curfew. There's no curfew. So pretty exciting. They are still requiring masks for non-vaccinated people. So if you are outside, either be prepared to show your proof of vaccination or wear your mask. Movie theaters, gyms, casinos, retail stores, businesses, etc., they are back up to 50% capacity. Now they are also under that 5 a.m. to midnight rule, so we are going to still see restaurants closing at midnight, but no curfew. So if you want to be out driving or go to a party or whatever, that's now allowed. Party buses, bars, nightclubs are still closed. The biggest change is to the arrivals process. So now we just had the new requirement for the negative PCR molecular test or face a $300 fine upon entry to the island. Now that is for all passengers aged 2 and over. Rapid tests are not allowed. Some of the PCR-ish tests are not allowed. It must be a PCR molecular test. Results can't be more than 72 hours old from the time you arrive. They are not looking at the timestamp of when you had the test, but when the test results were issued. So I know people have been worried about an hour or two here or there for when they get their test versus when they arrive. It's when the test results are issued cannot be more than 72 hours earlier than your arrival date. But if you are a fully vaccinated passenger with proof of full vaccination, there is no longer a negative test required upon entry to the island. That is for domestic flights. I think they still have some additional restrictions and requirements for international flights, so double check that depending on where you're flying in from. But for domestic flights, US mainland to Puerto Rico, if you are a fully vaccinated passenger, you no longer need to present your proof of negative PCR molecular test upon arrival. You can just show them your vaccination card and get that QR code to go right on through with your travel declaration form. This is just pretty exciting. We are thrilled to see it. The latest round of restrictions were pretty rough. We were so close to the end, but now we're really seeing the drop-off of cases, and the task force continues to update us. They put us back in green. I have no idea what that means, but we're green instead of yellow or red or something very, very bad. They have continued to say that once we sustain less than 100 new cases per day for 14 days, then all of the restrictions will be gone. That includes the 50% capacity at all stores and the probably the closure of nightclubs and bars. Hopefully we'll see everything lifted very soon. So I'm hoping this is either my last update or really close to my last update. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos from Jen There, Done That in Puerto Rico, the Caribbean, and beyond.